Hello everybody, Jim here, and right now I'm at Tachikawa station. Just came out of the station. I'm on the north side, I do believe. We're gonna go for a walk, which I'm not 100% sure how long of a walk it's gonna be. I checked Google Maps and it's in the neighborhood of like a 20-minute walk from here, but first I have to get down from here. I have to get down to street level. When you come out of the station in Tachikawa, you're up on this area up here, and there's a monorail and whatnot that goes, I don't know, I guess it goes to like neighboring areas. I've actually never taken the monorail from here, so I really don't know where it goes. But yeah, again, we're relying on Google Maps because it's been a few years since I've been here, and I'm not 100% sure like where I'm going. Like, this always happens. Like, I'll go somewhere and then I'll kind of in my head try to figure like where like I want to be and like get my bearings, and then I won't go to that place for like 3 years. And then when I finally do go there again, I'm like lost all over again. But it should be a pretty, according to Google Maps, it should be a pretty straight shot on the main street, like this main road here, I believe. And just walk north for about like 20 minutes. And I should be okay. I'm hoping that's the case anyway. I don't want to just walk off some random direction and get lost, because I don't know, would that make for a better video or a worse video? Like, instead of watching me walk to a destination, just watch me get hopelessly lost. Dear God, where the hell am I? All right, so let's come over here, I do believe, and we'll cross the street and we'll be in good shape. And I think we just walk along this main drag for, yeah, like a good 20 minutes and we'll be there. And yeah, I got my bottle of water with me though, so should be okay. All right, here we go. And like, I'm the type of person that even if I look at Google Maps and it's pretty obvious, oh, it's just like a straight walk in one direction, like I'll constantly like re-reference it just to like make sure, because historically I have like a pretty bad sense of direction. I've gotten lost numerous times. So actually that played into video games a lot when I was a kid. Like, it wasn't until I was a teenager that I liked Metroidvania style games, because when like I was a little kid, like maybe like 9 years old, like trying to play Super Metroid, I would just get frustrated because I'd be on the phone with my friend that I had borrowed it from, being like, wait, where do I go? What do I do? And he's like, go up and then to this thing, and then you'll make a bomb and you'll get this. And I'm just like, I don't see that. Where is that? I'd be going crazy. You know, I was like 9. I didn't have the patience for that. When I was 9, I was playing either Mortal Kombat 2 or, I don't know, Street Fighter, Castlevania, Mega Man, that kind of thing. Not much in the way of exploration. Yeah, there's a book off here. A book off Super Bazaar. I'll have to hit that on the way back, I think. Because I am walking over to this Hard Off to, you know, obviously do some game hunting, pick up hopefully a bunch of games. The last time I was at this place was actually the last time a friend of mine, Destiny FOMO, was here, and we went to this Hard Off together for like a little game hunting trip, and that was about 3 years ago. And since then I haven't been back to Tachikawa, so this will be fun. I get to check this place out all over again. while I double check Google Maps again and again and again. Actually, it says it's like 28 minutes, so this might be a long walk. This is, I guess, is good. Roll up my sleeves because it was colder earlier. It's the middle of the afternoon now, so it's actually warming up a little bit, even though it's cloudy. And it's, I think I'm gonna, probably this is gonna be published next month, but it's like late October right now. So it's been cooling off, you know. Been feeling better out here in Tokyo. But yeah, way out west. I don't come out here so much anymore. I used to live not too far from here, but little sushi place. A nice little fake kitty cat on the top. Okay. Nice. This is different from the last one I did. I was in Oizumi. I was going down these little, you know, like a little neighborhood, all these little side streets and stuff. Here, we're sticking to this main drag. I'd go, you know, like off-road. I'd go take the scenic route or whatever, but afraid I'd get myself lost. All right, there's a big intersection here. What would be a nice little park if it wasn't for all the noise. But I think I'm still going that way. I think so. Yes. I'll still be going that way. So let's come over here. This is a nice area. Tachikawa. A lot of people, when they think Tokyo, they think Shinjuku, Shibuya, Akihabara, places like that. But, you know, West Tokyo is not without its charms. So I think, which road should it be? Should it be this one or over here? I think it'll be over here. Let me sort of zoom in there. I'm sure this is very exciting for you listening to me check Google Maps. Yeah, so I think I need to be over here. Nice, 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 nice. This is going swimmingly. So we're sort of leaving the area that's directly next to the train station. You'll probably see things get a little bit more, I guess, suburban the further away we move from the station. I'm starting to get parched, but I don't feel like putting the camera down to drink water, so I think I will just tough it out until we get to the hard off. The hard off will not come to Jim. Then Jim will go to the hard off. That's what we do. Bring the hard off to Jim. Cafe and restaurant Daddy. Huh. It's interesting. All right. There's a cafe across the street, and it's called Daddy. Since 1996. All right, let's carry on. This is nice, actually, going for walks. The things you would usually never see from this channel, a nice leisurely walk. This is usually the stuff I cut out. Or just get through, like I speed up the footage. So you get the feeling that we walked without actually having like a half an hour of just me walking and kind of just rambling, talking to myself. Somebody once asked me if it's like embarrassing or if uncomfortable to like film in public or like talk to yourself or talk to your camera. And I feel like it would have been like, I don't know, however many years ago. But now it's like I don't know, so common to see people walking around with cameras, vlogging and stuff like that, live streaming. It's extremely common. So, and my shoelace is untied. So actually, I'm gonna put an edit in right here. We're gonna take a little break and I'm gonna tie my shoes. I think I'm gonna drink some water. So yeah, I'll be right back. A quick little edit right here.
Ready when you are! With special guest stars, the Harlem Globetrotters.
Who are the Harlem Globetrotters?
And Scatman Crothers.
We're gonna show them some jazz, pizzazz, and razzmatazz.
Basketball's crazies team up with the Castaway Zanies.
G-I-L-L-I-G-A-N!
And now, the Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island.
And we're back. Shoelaces tied even more securely than they were before. Freshly hydrated. We continue on our path to the Hard Off, which I will once again consult Google Maps to make sure I've not led myself astray. I have not. Proud of myself. I'm following Google Maps to the letter. Cool, so we just stick to this main road and we will be there eventually. And I'm not sure. The map said it was actually like a 28-minute walk, but I have kind of a long stride, taller than the average person. So maybe I'll get there a wee bit faster. And I'm doing a little bit of a power walk. So perhaps. But yeah, we're getting like a little bit more kind of like suburban now. There's more side streets and stuff. Like I said, I could sort of take the scenic route, but I'm too chicken. Whoa! Guitar shop. Nice. Music in Tom. Nice. I myself was a guitar player for a number of years, but I actually have not played guitar. Geez, I don't know, how many years has it been? In like 5 years, 6 years, something like that. If you go back and watch some of my like really early videos on my channel, I do play the guitar on quite a few of them. I would have like little intros for my videos, like little jingles and things that I would play on my guitar. And sometimes just like in the introduction of a video, I might be playing guitar. So I still am interested in guitar. It's just, it's been a long time. And then even like in my apartment, like that's part of the rules of the place I moved into was they don't want you to have musical instruments, anything that's loud that could maybe like irritate the neighbors. They don't like that. So I suppose I could secretly have a guitar and just play it pretty quietly. Because, you know, I'm all electric. No acoustics for me. That's a grandpa's guitar. And I don't play as grandpa's guitars. I don't do it. 7-Eleven in your face. And I used to go to 7-Eleven all the time, but now I'm like, I almost never go to 7-Eleven once I discovered that pretty much everything is better at Family Mart. And that's the truth. I mean, even like Lawson, like 7-Eleven is super prevalent, but come on. Their stuff, just in retrospect, it's not that good. Family Mart is better, Lawson is better. When you can occasionally come across a Circle K, the hell is this? It's very southwestern. Eagles and Native American headdress. What the hell? I don't know. I'm trying not to get too sidetracked. I mean, the whole point is to go to this Hard Off, but I was not expecting to see like southwestern like feathered headdress place. That came out of left field. Gallery kitchen. I guess you just never know what you will find on these long walks. last time when I was walking in Oyazumi, I went to a like a Buddhist temple, and directly next to the temple, for whatever reason, there was just a guy there juggling rings. He was just like looking for a good spot to practice his juggling, and he was like, oh, well, next to this temple and this graveyard, this ought to do just fine. He was talented. I'll give him that. He was talented. I just think, you know, maybe there's like a better place to do that, like your own front yard. If he has a yard, I don't know, maybe not. I don't have a yard. I live in an apartment building, so there's no yards for me. Just a nice little view out my window from the 4th floor of my place. The worst thing about my place, though, is that it's like a rule in Japan that if a building has less than 5 stories, they're not required to have an elevator. And my building is 4 stories, and I live on the 4th floor, and there's no elevator. So every day when I get home, I get to take the stairs, up and down the stairs. So that's good. Again, like I said, after I left the military, I put on a considerable amount of weight. So the more I can walk, the more I can take the stairs, the better. Some people say, you know, Jim, you have drank an awful lot of beer on camera. Do you think that had something to do with it? I think so. I think it did. But actually recently, like the only time I ever like drink anymore is when I'm doing it socially. I don't really drink like alone at home anymore, because that used to be kind of like my ritual. Get home from work, have a few beers, take it easy. But then I started noticing the beer belly developing, the double chin becoming more prominent. Lawson Store 100. I like these too. They're another little convenience store, but they've got like a more variety of products. They've got like fresh stuff, as you can see. Sometimes when I'm like lazy, I don't feel like going to the store, I'll go to Uber Eats, and they have a Lawson 100 in there, and you can get your fresh products and stuff. But yeah, recently, like I'll go out, like when I was filming like the Barcade videos, we did like the Burgercade, Deathmatch in Hell, Kowloon. You know, I'll imbibe on those occasions because it's appropriate for the videos and all that. And plus I like it. But haven't really been having like the ritualistic beers at home anymore. So there's that. So that's kind of helping me not slim down, mind you, but put the weight gain on a little bit of a hold. All right, we'll stop here. So let's double check our Google map. And yeah, we're pretty close. Probably about 10 minutes away, burger place. Nice. That's the other thing though. It's like, okay, you cut back on the booze a little bit. How's about those cheeseburgers? How's about the pizzas and things? Yeah, I've been working on that. Been making an effort to cook more at home and just have like a mix, you know, rice, like all kind of Japanese style or Korean style, because I like Korean food. But rice, veggies, maybe some leaner meats, fish, soup, and kimchi. I became a massive fan of kimchi. Actually, I started eating kimchi when I was living in Germany, of all places. Because while I was in Germany, I actually met and started dating a Korean woman, and she would cook, but she would also, like, we would go to things like gatherings with like her friends and church people and stuff, and they would always have lots of food. So she introduced me to Korean food. She introduced me to like, well, that's not exactly true, because when I was younger, before I left home, I was heavily involved in Taekwondo, and my my teacher, he was Korean. So sometimes on a special occasion, we would go visit him at his home, and he would give us some kimbap, kimchi, yakimandu, bulgogi, stuff like that. But I didn't really get into it until my girlfriend started feeding it to me on a regular basis. And I became hooked on Korean food. And I do still really enjoy Korean food, particularly like now. Mostly I enjoy yakiniku. So a bit of yakiniku, some rice, some kimchi, always good stuff. Yeah, so as you can see, what was kind of a busy commercial area has sort of turned into, you know, a smaller, kind of more typical, like Japanese suburb type place. Like this exact neighborhood could be like any neighborhood in any Japanese city, you know. They're quite commonplace, but it's nice. It's quiet and it's clean, and there's lots of tiny little businesses like everywhere. Like, I don't know, again, stuff you wouldn't kind of know about unless you just went out for a walk. Burger places, guitar shops, whatever the hell the Indian headdress place was, they're all out there. And they're just waiting for you to walk past and take notice, but not go inside because you're already going somewhere else. So that's really the worst part of all this. If I wasn't dedicated to going to this hard off and getting some games, I probably would have went into that place just to see what the hell was going on with the Southwest motif and the headdresses and all. Was it a restaurant? Was it a store where you can buy some turquoise? I don't know. No idea. Hey, was it an animal hospital across the street? That's nice. I'm an animal lover myself. Actually, one of my students, he's a good kid. He's like about 14 years old. I'm helping him get his English up, but he wants to be a vet, he told me, because he really likes animals. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'll help you get good at English, and then later when you become a vet, you can help foreign residents who maybe don't speak Japanese too good, but nevertheless, they need a doctor for their pet. And he thought that sounded like a good idea. Man, this house is badass. Wow. Check it out. Very much traditional Japanese style home. Whoever owns it probably has some money. I'm assuming it's a house. It might not be someone's house. It might be something else. I gotta start thinking about what I want to have for dinner tonight. Between hard off and getting back to the station, I'm gonna pass a lot of restaurants. So I wonder what would be good to eat tonight. And as you can look, you can see it's starting to, yeah, doesn't look anything like where we were just at by the station. And another quick reference to Google Maps. And I said, we're still almost there. Actually, looking at this, it might be another 10 minutes or so before we get there. Wow, you get to spend all this quality time with me. Isn't that nice? Just you and me. Just you and me. And a nice bottle of wine. Candlelit dinner for two. Just you and me, baby. No, that's not gonna happen. I'm cool with meeting like viewers of the channel, but please, it's not gonna go any further than friendship. I promise you. But we do get to do this. We do get to go on this nice walk. That's good. Some work going on up here. Another Really kick-ass looking property, wow. Ah, that's nice. Somebody doing some yard work. Overcast today. Forecast said it was going to be sunny all day today, and it's quite overcast. So I'm hoping it doesn't rain, because I do not have an umbrella with me. And we keep on going. This seems like a nice place. I wonder what they serve. Traditional Japanese food, it looks like. That's nice. All right. Then again, there's a Gusto down the street, and I'm kind of a cretin. I like to just go sit at like a cafe or something. Just go have like Hamburg steak with cheese. Which again doesn't really fall in line with the whole eating healthier thing, but hey, they have salads too. As you can see, we got it just branches out from here. So I'm on this main street, but dotted all around here is a little neighborhood. Total house collection. It's total. It's 100% house collection. Cannot get any more. We got another big place here. So I guess this is a restaurant of some sort. I don't know. Let's see. I think we'll get some context clues up here. No, it's a restaurant. Another, oh, sushi. Sushi and sashimi and other various, frankly, delicious looking foods. What, like, cool ambiance. Huh. Nice. Geez, I guess they just let all these kids out of school. Running into a lot of high schoolers. All right, we're almost there though. Maybe about 5 minutes. God, it's just another 7-Eleven here. God, this place is loaded with 7-Elevens. I hope none of these teenagers kick my ass. I know teenagers like doing that to old people. I hope I don't get egged or TP'd. It is almost Halloween as I'm filming this. Nah, I'm kidding. They look like nice kids. Most of these kids are nice. I teach a lot of kids this age, and they're typically pretty friendly to me. Pretty sweet. Tonden. What is that, like udon, soba, all kinds of stuff. A noodle shop. Tonden. Actually, I think I see the Heart Off coming up. Yeah, there it is. I might want to cross the street though, I think. Yeah, I think so. It's way up there. All right. We'll cross the street here. There's a guy driving a tractor down the street. He's driving slightly faster than I'm walking. All right. Oh, nice. Well, there it is, just up ahead of us. We finally made it. It feels good seeing the heart off in the distance. Reaching your goal finally. But then you know that all your work is still ahead of you. It's like finding a dungeon in Zelda. And be like, cool, found this nice place, but then you know you gotta get in there and clean it out. That's how I feel about this heart off right now. I'm happy I found it, but now I gotta get inside and kick some ass. Find some games. Film this video. I still got a lot to do today. But at least we've made it this far. Would you like some mikan? Some little like orange, Japanese oranges, I don't know. But yeah, nice. Wow, a little bit of like a garden, almost looks like a community garden across the street. Cool. Anyway. Here's the heart off. Finally made it. There's the flag, baby. My favorite flag in the world. Come out of this tiny little town. Well, tiny little town, I say. Kind of a more quaint neighborhood in West Tokyo. And we found our heart off. We're gonna go in. We're gonna find games, we're gonna have a badass time. It's gonna be great, but you'll see that in the Heart Off video that I publish whenever I publish it. I may have already published it, I don't know. But anyway, if you haven't watched already, I guess I'll put a link, go watch that video. But I hope you enjoyed this little walk with me, about a 30-minute leisurely stroll in Tachikawa. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.